I never wanted to be silent. I always wanted to have a voice. That night, having a voice made the biggest difference. It made the difference between life and death. It saved my family. My father was intoxicated beyond measure. When my mom, my little sister, and I came home that night, he was angry, blaming me for all that went wrong. I was the reason he lost his job. I was the reason he beat my mom. I was the reason our family was falling apart. He yelled at my mom, accusing her of cheating on him. He ranted on in nonsense. My mom sat on the edge of the bed, crying, not even trying to fight back. He walked out of the room. We thought that he was finally going to leave us alone. Little did we know the fight was barely beginning. He returned with a machete, yelling at my mother again. "Teresa, I know you were out there with him. I saw you take the car. Where did you leave the kids while you were with him? Did you think I was stupid enough not to notice?" Then he came toward me, telling me I needed to stop covering my mother's actions. He threatened me, said that if I even dared talk back to him, he would hurt me. I knew I had to do something before he did. At age 9, I had experienced plenty of these episodes to know that he'd eventually simmer down and stay in a trance-like state. So I waited, and when I had my chance, I took it. I ran out of the room, hunting for the phone. I had 2 minutes or so before he came back to consciousness. I found the phone. The batteries were missing. "Don't you think I knew you'd go for the phone?" My heart almost flew out of my chest when I turned to see him standing in the hall, staring at me. I felt the tears rushing down my cheeks, tears of fear and panic, fear mostly, because I knew that this was my defining moment. Would I let him get away with this, or would I risk my life and save my family? Deep down, I had already made my choice. For the next thing I knew, I was running to him, ready to surrender, just as he expected me to. As I fell in his arms, I reached into his pocket. I knew that's where he kept the batteries. I ran to the room and called my mother's friend Norma. I saved my family. Though I was able to save us that night, I did not want to live that life any longer. I knew I had the ability to make a difference. My education would be my escape. I was able to see that a higher education promised me a fruitful future, one with less problems, more opportunities, and a chance to enrich my life and others. I needed to continue further with my education. I needed to try my hardest in school, apply myself so that I would be able to make wiser decisions, not fall into the same mistakes my mother did when it came time to choose my own path in life. And as time has progressed, this realization has only become greater. In this world, an education is like the batteries in a flashlight. They allow it to power on and illuminate the darkness. I do not want to be batteryless and stumble through the dark and become someone with lost hopes and broken dreams. I want to shine that light and lead myself and others through the darkness and find a path to success. My education is my escape, my safe haven. It empowers my voice to say anything, to do anything.